probably heard these things like trans people are confused, it's just a phase, or they're just doing it for attention. That's not the case. Let's talk about all that's wrong. Trans people aren't a trend or a debate topic. They're real people, and it's time to separate facts from fear. Let's dive into it today. Welcome back to another video. My name is Alizea and I'm here for Black Transsexual. Get up into the big purr, whatever about I'm back. How are you wonderful, amazing people doing today, girl? I hope you're doing amazing. Thank you for asking. I want to say hey to my channel members, period. If you want to become a channel member and get early access to any of my content, girl, you can literally go to my YouTube channel and press that join button. It's only $2.99 to $3.99. You get early access to my videos. You get other special perks. And also, sooner or later, when I actually have time and I'm not slaving my life away at these dead-end jobs, girl, I will be giving you guys special only content only for y'all, only that y'all can see, girl.
Thank you. That's really nice of you. But it's the wig, you know. So, yeah.
Before we dive into today's wonderful, amazing video, I need you guys to like, comment, and subscribe because you will never find another ghetto Black transsexual like me. Hello, hello, hello. I'm beautiful. You're beautiful. Get up into the bed prayer, whatever. Go ahead and lock in on myself. I'm making this video to debunk all the misinformation and the stereotypes about trans people because they're harmful and they're setting us back miles and years, girl. No tea, no shade. And they affect real people's lives. And it's time to set the record straight. So, bada bing, bada doom, let's get into it. Let's start off by asking, where do these stereotypes even come from? A lot of it starts with how the media has portrayed trans people for decades, either as punchlines, villains, or tragic public figures. And the sad part is that many people form opinions about trans people without ever meeting one in real life. So let's dive into myth number one. Being trans is just a phase. Okay, so I'm gonna start with the classic, it's just a phase. Sure, some people explore their gender identity and they're trying to figure things out over time. And yes, that's completely okay. Being trans isn't a trend or a temporary mood, or it's not just a phase, girl. Studies show that when trans people transition, their gender identity stays consistent over the years and their overall well-being improves. That's not a phase. That's someone becoming who they are. You don't just wake up and decide, oh, I want to be a girl, or oh, I want to be a boy. That's not how that works. You have to go through some serious self-discovery and actually come to terms with who you are and what you want to do for the rest of your life. And most people wouldn't last a day in a trans person's shoes, literally.
What are some challenges I have faced? Well, for one, I'm a transgender woman, so it's not just being queer, it's being trans. In this society, mama, let's be for real. It's really crazy right now, the whole political atmosphere. So really the challenge for me has been existing. And, you know, there's so much pushback, there's so much ignorance, there's so much hate and violence. When people see something or someone they don't understand, it scares them. I scare people just for being myself. And because they don't understand the way I live, the way I've come out of my shell, they try to force me back into a dark place. It's just really challenging having what feels like the whole world against you.
I don't want to go back in the closet. I do not want to go back in the closet, but I am terrified of just existing. A friend of mine told me that I should be publicly executed when I came out on Facebook. I have people sending me death threats like every day. I'm terrified of just living. My wife gets scared when I leave the house by myself. I just want to exist, and I do not want to go back in the closet, but I'm terrified. I'm terrified to be me. I'm terrified to be myself and express myself and dress how I want and just live my life how I want. I don't know why people can't just leave me alone. I do not know why people look at me and want to tell me to go and off myself. I do not know why people just hate me. I don't know. I'm just trying to live my life. I'm just trying to live. And people want to take my kid away. I have a 5-year-old daughter. People want to take her away simply because I'm trans. I just want to live. I just want to live, and I don't want to go back in the closet.
And let's dive into myth number 2. Trans people are mentally ill. This one is dangerous. Being trans isn't a mental illness. The American Psychiatric Association and the World Health Organization both made that clear years ago, with some trans people experiencing gender dysphoria. And what that means is the distress that comes with, your gender identity not matching your assigned sex at birth. But the key thing is that transitioning socially, medically, or both often, relieves that distress.
It's a point in every girl's transition, clocky, unpassable, or what. Baby, when you're taking your hormones and you're going through this transition, trust and believe it will come a time in your transition where you're solidified. Where if a motherfucker call you a man or a sir or whatever case might be, yeah, you're correcting them because you have reached a certain milestone within your transition. Even for the most brickiest of brickiest girls, you have to transition. You can't just be thinking, boom, I took moans for 3 months and I'm a woman now and getting offended when somebody calls you a man. This is a a social transition just as much as it is a physical transition. That's all I'm trying to say. I don't want to offend nobody or devalue anybody's transition because that is not my intention. My intention is just for you to understand the process, especially when it comes to socially transitioning and being accepted by not only other cishet people, right, but the trans community, the community that we live in, right?
So being trans doesn't cause mental illness. Transphobia does. Let's dive into myth number 3. Trans people are dangerous or predatory. Oh, and this one is what really separates, the straight community and the gay community, girl. Because, girl, there's a lot of opinions on this one. No shade. This one gets pushed a lot in politics, especially around bathroom and sports. But let's be clear. Let me make this very clear. There's rarely any evidence that trans people pose a threat in public spaces, but the cross-dressers and the fake trans people who are actually biological men playing in dresses and who claim that they're trans and who claim that they're actual real women in quotations, yeah, that's on the rise. Your average typical trans person isn't worried about the person next to them or wondering what women have going on in their pants. They're just trying to live a quiet and normal life like everybody else. Also, to be real with you, the general public really doesn't know because the media never shows this, but it's actually the complete opposite. Trans people are getting hate crimed even more than ever. The media likes to suppress it and just say it's a man or it's a woman, discrediting and ignoring someone's trans identity and not recognizing them. That's what you call transphobia. That's what you call ignorance, literally.
Last night, I almost got jumped for being trans on the train in Brooklyn, New York, and I was cornered and harassed by a group of 5 men. I only got that one short video of them, but if I was not with my friends, they even said that they would have jumped me when I got off of the subway. I was standing with my friend, we were just minding our own business talking, but there was this one guy that would not stop staring at me. He started asking me a bunch of questions. Pretty loudly, he started saying, oh, are you trans? Are you a they, them? Are you a femboy? I was just not even saying anything, and my friend was responding for me, and she was just kind of saying why are you talking to us? And then a person across from him started harassing me, and that's when I knew that it was starting to get a little bit dangerous because there were about 5 of them in a group. Started collectively harassing me. He said, you're disgusting. This should not even be allowed. This is not normal. They're calling me slurs. They were calling me a faggot, a tranny. I was looking at my friend and I was like, we need to move cabs or get off of the subway. But at the part of New York where we were at, where the clubs are, it's very dark. There's no businesses open around this time. I did not have anything on me to defend myself because at the clubs in New York, you can't bring in weapons. But then the really scary part is that one of these guys I heard say is that you're lucky that you're not alone and that you're with your friend right now. One of his friends said quietly, bro, we should jump him. Then afterwards, we got off of our stop very quickly and made sure that they weren't following us.
I've never been able to meet someone that could comprehend the trauma that I went through with my dad. I've never been able to meet someone that could comprehend that my dad smashed my head into the wall every single day, saying that gay shit is not what's gonna happen. I'm going to hell. I'm going to burn in hell. I've never been able to meet someone that could understand that my dad told me that he would cut my genitals off because I wanted to be a woman so bad. I never met anybody that could understand the trauma of my dad saying he would find a man to grape me, to turn me straight. I've never been able to meet anybody that could understand that trauma.
It was
a
blink of an eye. 1 second I was having fun, and the next second I was on the ground getting my face stomped and beat up.
16-year-old Jaden Tkachuk is recovering from a broken bone in his face, nerve damage, a head injury, and bruises all over his body.
They were just saying the F slur over and over and over and over as they were punching me and stomping me.
He says he went to hang out in the Gloucester woods with friends Friday night when he was attacked by 20 to 30 people. The transgender student believes he knows why.
They clearly had mentioned that in the past that they don't like me because I'm trans, and also because one of the main culprits, he's dating my ex-girlfriend, so he really doesn't like me.
What the data actually shows is that trans people are far more likely to be victims of harassment or assault than to commit it. The idea that a trans person or trans people are predators isn't based on truth, it's fear-mongering. Let's dive into myth number 4. They're just doing it for attention. If being trans got you fame or clout, don't you think the world would be a lot more accepting by now? The reality is transitioning is hard, emotionally, socially, and financially. No one chooses to face discrimination, family rejection, or hate online for attention. It's not because they're trans, but because society often refuses to accept them. Visibility is survival. When we debunk stereotypes and speak up, we make the world a little safer for everyone who's just trying to live as themselves. If you made it this far in this video, here's what you can do next. Listen to trans voices, support trans creators. If you hear misinformation, challenge it calmly, respectfully, and confidently. Change doesn't start in politics. It starts in conversations like this one. I want you guys to sit over here and like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know how I did. And I know this video is going to be kind of short. I'm so sorry about that, girl. I want to stretch it out, and I want to kind of make this like a series or whatever. So, but no tea, no shade. There'll be other myths I'll talk about and debunk later on, girl. I'm just trying to push out some content for y'all. No tea, no shade. But I love you, wonderful, amazing people. Boom shakalaka. Hey, beautiful channel members. How you doing? Yes. But yeah, I gotta go, y'all. Boom shakalaka. I'm gonna talk to y'all amazing people later. Bye, loves.